I'm just gonna say welcome. Oh, see, now we have someone coming in. So welcome, guys. Thank you for being here with us today. My name is Hilder. I used to work for Patrick, and now I work for Kelly Ciardo, the assembly member. And since Mike is out today, I humbly agreed to not pretend to be Mike and help out with this meeting. I'm still involved with the Military Affairs Committee, and I'm also with alongside Amanda Fisher from Senator Melendez's office. We have a veteran advisory group that meets to discuss issues that affect veterans in the area. So I'm still trying to stay involved with the veteran issues. So, you know, I'm always here. That being said, let's go down the list and introduce ourselves, because I see a couple of faces that I haven't seen in here before. Patrick, kick it off.
Good afternoon now, everybody. Patrick Ellis, President, CEO of the Murrieta-Oldemar Chamber of Commerce and CEO for the Impact Southwest Riverside County.
Sergio.
Good afternoon, Sergio De La Garza, Veteran Program Manager with EDD.
Amanda.
Hello, everyone. Amanda Fisher with the Office of Senator Melissa Melendez, and I'm a Gold Star wife.
Melinda.
Hi, Melinda Gomez with Hiring Our Heroes. I manage our transitioning military DoD skill bridge program. My colleague Lauren, I think, is usually on here, so we're trying to tag team and, and try to stay engaged, but looking forward to chatting with you all. Thanks.
Thanks. Greg.
Yeah, Greg Thomas, General Manager of Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District and a retired Marine.
And Connie.
I'm Connie Stouffer. I'm the Executive Director of the Economic Development Coalition.
Raven, who is not Raven.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm Chanel Davenport. Sorry, Raven sent me the link. I am a VA disability attorney, and I have a law firm that I own. It is called Veterans Advising Veterans. I've been working with Raven doing a claims program as part of Melvette's, helping more with pro bono stuff there. And I went to a different meeting on Tuesday and was told I should hop onto this. So here I am.
Yeah, thank you for being here. All right, now the real Raven.
Hey, you guys, this is Raven with Melvette. Hey, Chanel, sorry about that. How awkward. I'm with Melvette and happy to be here.
Thank you. And last but not least, Stephen.
Hi, I'm Stephen Graves. I'm the manager at the Behavioral Medicine Center here in Murrieta, and we're excited for our new resilience program for active duty and veterans and their families.
Wonderful. Thank you all for being here. I would love to hear a little more about that program later, Stephen, if you wouldn't mind sharing. So moving right along, we do not have base representation here today, so we're just going to skip them and hope that everything's all right on the basis. I'm sure they're staying busy with Memorial Day planning. So this month is a little different. We're not going to have a keynote speaker. We're just going to kind of go around, and I want you guys to raise any concerns, give us updates, and you know, just kind of share with the group what you have been working on in terms of veterans and veteran resources. And if there's anything specific, any events that you want to share, any programs like Stephen was mentioning, we would love to hear more about it, because the more we know about, the more we can share with our veterans. So if anyone wants to start it off, the floor is yours.
I have a question, not so much something that I've been working on. Well, I've been trying to work on it, but There is an office that's responsible for doing the VA approvals for OJT and apprenticeship programs. And I reached out to them a few months ago, and I got a hold of a gentleman and got his information, and I sent it over to Mike to see about having them do a presentation on how employers can get signed up for that program. But I don't think that the gentleman from that program has ever like responded to Mike. And I just didn't know if somebody else has a better relationship with that office, because I had a lot of success in Idaho getting employers signed up, and then in turn getting veterans be able to take advantage of that program, and they get thousands of dollars extra a month in addition to their wage, and helps them connect them to employers. But I just haven't had any luck. And so I didn't know if somebody else has some resources or some help that way.
Got it. Sergio, do you, oh, sorry, Melinda, go ahead.
I do. I work a lot with Department of Labor. They have regional people that can probably help connect those dots and provide the resources to get the approval for apprenticeships and OJT trainings. I can send that over.
Okay, cool. Is that, so do they have local offices? Do you know how that works?
They're regionally distributed. So there's one that's up in kind of the Bay Area that covers California. And so that point of contact would probably just be able to bridge that for us whenever I have concerns about companies wanting to do apprenticeships under SkillBridge and things like that. They usually can kind of clear the way or provide them the packet that they'll need to submit for the approval.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing that with the group, I can email it out after. That would be great. Sergio, I'm not sure if you heard the question. Connie was talking about on the job training and apprenticeship programs. I don't know if there is any specific information that you can share regionally. I know, or locally. I know Melinda was talking about the regional office up in the Bay Area. But
yes,
you also have
that does the VA approvals. They're the approving agent.
You said C-Safe?
Yeah, C-Save. Let's see. Merlene Steinbeck is who I originally reached out to, and then she gave me another gentleman's name, Shane Farabee.
Okay, so Merlene is with Calvet?
Yeah.
So it's a Calvet thing?
Yeah, I guess it's through Calvet. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, Sergio, do you have any insight on that? I know the county has some on the job program programs as
Yes,
well. Yeah.
the county right now, the big one that they're working on is for EMTs. There is a helmet to hard hats event on the 8th of June, I think, that is virtual. And I think they have 16 different trade unions that will be talking about their apprenticeship programs and how to get into them. And they are always looking for veterans on that.
Are those apprenticeship programs VA approved?
I have a bad network.
Okay, Sergio's connection is bad. If you could maybe write it in the chat, Sergio, that would be awesome.
That seems like an awesome opportunity for having this big event with all these apprenticeship programs and marketing them to veterans. Make sure that they're VA approved so that they can get that benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. I will make a note to get that information from Sergio too if he drops back off.
Are you looking to just have I guess is your question to see how you would get something approved as a enrollment to where they can qualify, where they're getting on the job training and using their GI Bill for that? Is that what your question is?
So I know how the process works. It's just a lot of employers don't know about it, first of all. And so I just want to help spread awareness and then make sure that it's like in Idaho, I had like one guy and he was going around the state and I could just call him and say, I've got this company, and he would go like immediately and go get it processed and get it done very quickly. And it doesn't seem like it's happening that way. And it's it's almost $3,000 a month more that they get if they can, if the employer is VA approved. And if they're already doing OJT and apprenticeship, it's super easy to get approved. Like if I could just get the approval agent to the employer and make sure that employers know about it.
So you would just need to contact their title is called a VA School Certifying Official. And they're the ones, that's probably the one person in Idaho, is probably one person for the entire state. I'm sure in California, it would.
I'm sure you got more than Idaho, Scott. And we needed more in Idaho than just the one guy, but that's all we had.
and with it, normally you can search for each state individual. So if you put your email in there, I might be able to find somebody for you to reach out to.
Okay, I'll put that in there. Because I think that this Shane gentleman is the guy that's meant to be doing that, because I talked to him. And I wanted him to do a presentation for the chamber so that employers knew like to apply for it. Because if they don't know how to apply for it, then they're never going to get approved. And they're going to do all this work of having OJT programs and trying to hire veterans, but have little benefit to offer the veteran. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's, I can also circle back with Merlene and see if that that gentleman was still the correct
This was
contact.
back in March that I sent Mike the email introducing them, but I don't think he's had a chance to get back with him. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a worthy thing to be aware of. Like you said, getting those companies VA certified matters so that they can get a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, $2,000-3,000
rising housing costs and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So anybody else that wants to bring anything to our attention?
So I was going to ask, so this program you're talking about, Connie, the veteran, obviously the individual's been out of the military now or transitioning. How was that working? Was it somebody that, a veteran that's been out a couple of years? And then I was trying to understand a little bit.
Yeah, so they use their GI Bill. So as long as they have GI Bill benefits to use, they can utilize that. So if they're not going to school, but they're going to an approved OJT or apprenticeship program, then they can use their GI Bill for that. And it's not up to the veteran, it's up to the employer. The employer has to be approved. And even if they're already in a program, but the employer isn't approved yet, I think they can retroactively pay them up to a year. So if we can get employers approved now or start that process, then veterans who are already employed can utilize that benefit. And it's a nice recruitment tool for you if you're employee X and employer, to say, if you come work for me, we're VA friendly, you'll make $2,000 to $3,000 more a month during your training program than you will going for non-VA approved employers. And they can do all sorts of types of work. Some examples that they did in Idaho that sound crazy are like equine dentistry programs they got approved, and like wastewater treatment programs and brewers, and just about everything you can make into an OJT program. So there's no reason any employer out there shouldn't sign up and get approved and help veterans find those opportunities. I'm like this is like my passion project, and I just haven't been able to make forward momentum on it yet, but you guys seem like the group to help me do that. So,
well, thank you. You got me at sewer. So, yeah, Patrick. Since we do water and wastewater.
Yeah, you guys can do it. We did it in Idaho. We had all our cities wastewater.
Well,
program.
it's funny you mentioned that, because I actually, we just had a call with Melinda and Lauren this week, myself and another general manager of a sister agency, about how to tap into the Skilled Bridge program or some of this. Because, for water operators, we do have an OJT program with Mount San Jacinto, and we have other programs, I know, for some of the other areas that are similar. But just kind of getting that opportunity to open things up for the water wastewater business. But a lot of it requires certifications that you can't necessarily get in 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a perfect way, to start with Skill Bridge and then to move them into the longer term certification programs.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
So that's what we're kind of working on and trying to get through it. But like you, and I'm retired, and I was telling Melinda, I ran into a kind of a somewhat of an obstacle myself talking to Pendleton about some of this. And just trying to like, the bureaucracy kind of got in the way of movement. So I started to get frustrated. And of course, COVID and other things kind of take your attention away. So we're kind of getting back into it. So I think maybe I don't know, Melinda, if there's any opportunities to match us up with Connie and what she's talked about, or if there's any aspects related to that.
Yes, I think the way that she described it, like using the skill bridge as kind of a pre-apprenticeship. So doing that beforehand, and then whether they go the route of directly through the school, if they're going through the community college we discussed, they would be able to tap into their GI Bill benefits for that. Or if it was on the job training and a certified apprenticeship, then they could do that directly through the company too. Yeah.
I'll have to find out more.
Sounds like Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District needs to get a VA approved.
Well, yeah, and that's something I would have to figure out too, as a public agency and some of that. I don't know how that would work. And we have positions here and there. So,
It's a relatively simple form for the OJT program, as I understand it. The approving agent would come out and visit your site, look at your training program, and submit the form. And it goes to like Oklahoma or something to be processed, and then you get your approval. And then they put your company on a list that's distributed to veterans during their STEP program. I think, transitional TAP program, not STEP, transitional program, so that they can find VA approved employers. An apprenticeship might be a little bit more paperwork just because there's more training part of that, but that's what that approving agent is meant to do.
Yeah, no, we don't have a specific apprenticeship program at the water district, but we work with schools and others to get that. And so for entry,
I think that would qualify then. If you have schools that are providing that for you, for your employers, for your employees, then I think that would probably work.
Okay. Well, I can look into that more then. That's definitely.
Very cool. I'm very happy to hear that you were talking to Lauren and Melinda, Greg.
Yeah, want to thank
making those connections. I'm glad.
Well, besides the monthly calls, and which are good and connecting, but definitely I asked Mike and he connected, made sure Melinda and Lauren were connected. So took a little bit of time, with schedules to connect, but we know where we need to go, and we're going to be working through probably one of our agencies to be the focal point, kind of that funnel connection as information comes in, and that gatekeeper for all of this amongst us.
Got it. No, that's great. That's why we try to bring employers in on the conversation to make sure that they're aware that there's this whole untapped market of skilled workers out there for both veterans and spouses. So that's really, really good.
And it's just not wastewater operators. We have accountants, administrators, purchasing, supply. In fact, we're looking for inventory manager, our warehouse, basically a supply person, inventory specialist, and we sent that out. And I know I can't remember his last name, Michael, with Work for Warriors.
Okay. Yeah.
We had contacted him, and he had some. And in fact, I think we have one applicant who was former military right now. We may be hiring more procurement people too. So
wonderful.
We have some opportunities throughout.
Yeah, no, that's great. We all got to start somewhere. Thanks for bringing that up, Connie. Anybody else have anything? I know Amanda is dying to tell us about her Vet Expo.
So on September 2nd, we are having our annual Veterans Expo out at Montpelier Meadows here in Marietta. We are looking for vendors and donations. So if you would like to set up a booth, which is complimentary, we would love to have you. I will put my email address in. You can either contact me or Hilder. And as far as donations, we're looking for food, stuff to put in the tote bags for the veterans and their families. We will be providing lunch. It's from 10 to 2, and we look forward to hopefully having you all there.
Yeah, we would love to have you. And we're actually also looking for, I know you mentioned food and water bottles.
We
We
need
would love to have some water bottles to be able to distribute to
Just,
the.
I'll somehow connect you all to our Caitlin,
Yeah.
who handles all that. You can put in a request for, we can. donate
Awesome.
water and stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. Any other veteran things you want to share, Amanda? No, we just had a meeting. Tuesday.
We have our Veterans Advisory meeting on the 4th Tuesday of each month. It's usually at the Baltimore VFW at 10 a.m. If you would like to get on that email list to attend, please let me know. I'm going to add my email address here in a second, so you can just reach out to me and I can get you added.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Stephen, I would really love to hear more about how your operation is going. Haven't had a chance to come out there yet, but how's the new location?
Super excited. A little bit about us. We're the Behavioral Medicine Center. We're part of Loma Linda, so we're the same programs that are offered in Redlands and Loma Linda, with the exception of our veterans track, our resilience track. And so because we try to meet the needs of the community, that's something that we identified, recruited and hired a retired Marine with 25 years experience, who is a licensed clinical therapist, to run that for us. Coincidentally, of my 4 nurses, 3 are married either to active duty or veterans. And so it's a program we put together, and it incorporates the family as well into the program. Negotiated, we believe in it, negotiated additional space in this building so that we would have room to do this. So totally excited about it. Anybody would like to come and tour our offices, I'd be happy to arrange that, happy to do that. We're looking to work with active duty veterans struggling with, depression, anxiety, maybe adjustments to balance, work-life balance, some of those things, marital issues. I have a full-time medical director that will do medication management while the patient's enrolled here with us. The assessments are free. Come in, you meet with my assessment nurse and talk about it, what the program does and what we can offer, and then go from there. We've had, I think right now I have 5 active duty from the naval base that are attending program now. I have room for 15 easy, and would be really excited that the family component of it will be 1 night a week. So we'll have families in 1 night a week with a licensed therapist and a nurse.
Wow, that sounds like a great program.
What questions do you guys have? Anybody have questions for me? I kind of went through it really quickly.
I mean, my first instinct is that it's definitely something that's needed for our active duty population. As you guys know, like there's so many active duty up here that aren't able to access the resources down in San Diego. And in my experience, the commands don't necessarily make it easy for them to access during work hours, or, they're supposed to go see their doc, but then don't really get help from that. So that can be really difficult during the workday.
Right.
So
Even the referrals that we've had from there, it's you guys know this, it's kind of a clunky process where they refer to us and we schedule an admit date, but then they need to go back and get a referral and authorization to be here. So that piece of it is, if somebody comes in for an assessment today, I can start them Monday morning. I start people within 48 hours of the assessment. I can do it really quickly.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, with our active duty right now, it's taking more like 10 to 14 days to get somebody from the time we assess. We can take them. It's just that process is a little bit slower than maybe with other providers. So anybody that can help with that, that would be great too, or maybe give me a heads up about someone to talk to help streamline that a little bit for the client.
How would that be streamlined? Is that something that needs to go through the commands or the or TRICARE, or how does that work?
TRICARE wants the authorization for it, but the authorization has to come through the command. And so the member will see their therapist there who will refer here. They'll come and schedule an appointment with us. We can take them, but then they have to go back to the command to get the authorization to come here. And so that's the slow process.
Yeah. And unfortunately, in our experience working with Mike, it's been like pulling teeth a little bit to get, especially down at the naval base. It's been very difficult to get points of contact for us to just engage with and even get them involved in what we're trying to do up here. So, I mean, this is a call out to anyone that has contacts down there. If you have anyone like some community liaisons or anything like that, that should be facilitating these kind of conversations, we would love to invite them into the fold and have them talk to us as well. Patrick, go ahead.
The other piece of that too is I'm over the adult programming. My counterparts over the child adolescent piece of it. I can certainly link that process as well if the family members need treatment. Happy to do that.
Wonderful. Okay. No, that's great great for all of us to be aware of. Patrick, you had some
Hi, Stephen.
So,
Sorry.
sorry, Raven. Go ahead, Raven.
Yeah, no, I just, I think it's great, and I would love to talk with you more about that, because I think it'd be a great resource. So how would I be able to schedule something with you?
I'm going to post my email right now, and I will post my direct line. Feel free to give me a call. I'd be happy, Tuesday, our executive director will be here. I'd come in, I'd be happy to introduce you. And we can do a tour then if you'd like, or if Tuesday doesn't work, anytime during the week.
Perfect. Yeah, that works perfect.
Perfect.
Yay, nothing makes me happier than connections.
Yes.
Go, Patrick.
So, Stephen, one of the things that I wanted to see if it might be possible, we had, so obviously for some people know, but May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We had a presenter, a really great presenter, local counselor at our breakfast or networking breakfast earlier this month. One of the things that we had talked to him about, and I would love to see if we can get the same from you, that we could use for the chamber, but also even probably more importantly for the MAC, is if you had any kind of information or little like tips or articles or whatever that we might be able to help just put out there. And then it also then just keeps that cycle of discussion going on around it, right? Not just for the 1 month, but let's keep it going type of thing. So anything that you have that you could share that we could use in that regard to keep that momentum going would be great. We'd love that.
That's awesome. If you send me your contact information, I can reach out to you. Probably it won't be till next week. And we're closed on Monday. So, but definitely, again, be happy to do that, and would love to partner with you on that.
Great, thank you.
Stephen, I don't know if you saw that the VA is soliciting for help for reducing suicide, but I just put the link in there. They just announced it yesterday. But it sounds like you and your team might be able to come up with something that could help in that arena. And if they end up implementing it, they pay you based on that. So worth looking into.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chanel. Definitely going to check that article out. Hi, Lauren. Welcome.
Hi, sorry, I'm sandwiched between a bunch of meetings, so.
It's all good. We're all doing our best over here. Actually, you come at a great time. I was just about to ask Melinda, but she had to jump off. I was just wondering if you guys have any updates or anything that you want to share. Whether it's how your program is going or if you have anything new you want to introduce.
So I think I introduced at our last meeting, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Lauren Ramos, the Military Spouse Fellowship Program Manager for Southern California for Hiring Our Heroes.
Our newest program is a Google Career Certificate program where Google put a bunch of money behind getting transitioning service members, veterans, military spouses, and caregivers through one of 5. They get to pick one of 5 learning pathways. It's self-paced, and at the end put them through a 12-week fellowship program funded by Google. So Google's not taking on all the fellows, but they're funding that fellowship opportunity. So we have our first completers, because it is self-paced learning, our first completers through, and those resumes are out. Those learners are across the country, not specific to San Diego, like where Melinda and I work. So if you have any roles needing data analytics, UX design, IT cloud support, IT help desk, or a entry-level project management. So those are the 5 certificates coming through that program. So
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's really great, especially since the Military Spouse Fellowship Program and the Corporate Fellowship Program does kind of not have a spot for the veterans who didn't have SkillBridge available to them maybe when they transitioned out. So this is something that encompasses the entire military connected community.
Wow, that's great. Way to go, Google.
Right?
Thank you for that. Let's see. I think we've heard from everyone but Raven. Raven, I know you have some events coming up and some things to do. If you want to share with us. I'm not sure. I saw Raven. Oh, all right. Well, she'll
Okay,
jump.
I'm back.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry,
Cool.
I'm having connection issues. I don't know what's up here, but yeah, so I have a couple of things. Tomorrow, we're having a veteran benefit claims assistance program. We work directly with veterans to determine benefit eligibility, appeals, all that good stuff. Chanel is absolutely amazing. And then we're doing that once a month at the French Valley Library. It's the last Friday of each month. Tomorrow, we're also going to have Marlene will be there with Melvette, and we have a representative from Goodwill with their employment program. There's no cost to the veterans. It's walk-in. They could just come in and talk to the representatives. Melvette will be there. If they would like assistance with their claims, we do kind of ask that they call and schedule a time slot just so we have enough time for everybody. So that's been absolutely amazing. Melvette also has a Melvette Junior program where we work with youth to learn different things and also support our deployed troops and veterans. So this weekend we'll be out at Riverside National Cemetery at 8 a.m. placing flags out there. So everybody's invited. And we're partnering with Witch for Flag Your Bag in Marietta. So if you stop by and have lunch, you can write a message on the bag or you can drop off some items for our deployed troops. We have a military care package program where we ship out boxes to deployed troops every month. It's very personalized and individualized. We take special requests, and once they're on our list, they get a box, at least a box every month until they return home from deployment, whether that be 6 years or 6 years, 6 months. We've had some 3 years, they come back and then they go back for a couple more years. So yeah, so it's ongoing. It's amazing. If you haven't been there, we invite the community to come out and pack with us. June 16th, we're going to have a big fun celebration event at Monteleone Meadows at 5 p.m. We'll have the Marietta Wildemar Chamber out there doing a ribbon cutting. We're going to have live music. We'll have the American Patriot Band out. We'll have another band, Whiskey on the Rocks, playing some music and food, and you can pack boxes. It's just going to be a really, really fun time. And then also, I have a book coming out. It's called A Veteran's Story. It's written by 29 different veterans in our community. There's 30 different stories. One person did 2. He's an overachiever. But it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's all eras, all branches. We have Vietnam veterans in there all the way down to some who just come back, some Gold Star stories. But what ties them all together is it's just super inspirational. It just kind of brings back the values and some of the things that were taught in the military and learned and brought home in resilience, and it's really for everybody. You don't need to be a veteran to appreciate it. I'm hoping it inspires everybody. So I know that's a lot of stuff. I actually have even more, but all our flyers are on our website, melvette.org. You can scroll down on the homepage. I've got the flyers. You can click on them and you'll get more information. Also, you can reach out to me, CEO@melvette.org.
Thank you. Yeah, you can always count on Raven to have all the things going on, all the stuff. We love it. Thank you so much for being here. I know you're super busy. I did have one question for you, Stephen. So at our the veteran advisory meeting the other day, we got a question brought up regarding benefit advisors from either the VA or Calvet. Do you have those at your facility, or how does that work?
I have a full-time financial counselor that deals with all insurances and meets with the patient before they start and just reviews all their benefits.
Awesome.
Am I answering the question you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, like there's so many benefits. Yes, that does answer part of the question. It's good that, yeah, you have the insurance part of it, the healthcare part of it. That's good to know, just so that we're making sure that we're sending veterans the right way, or to the right places for assistance. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, so like we have tons of TRICARE, TriWest, right, in addition to other veterans benefits.
Got it. Excellent. Thank you so much. So our last item on the agenda is future agenda items. So if there's anything you guys want to bring up, anything you would like us to research, or a speaker you would like to see when you come next time, please bring it up now.
I'm curious. Sorry, if it's possible, if I have a spouse fellow candidate from your area and they were willing to come and introduce themselves, is it something I could bring just for a quick elevator pitch, so we could leverage the entire network of this group to see if anybody knows a role for them?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely shoot me an email about it, or Patrick.
Well, I was just gonna say too, is like you could obviously have her come to any of the chamber stuff too.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
I'll do that.
Yeah, maybe you want to connect with me and Patrick about it, and we can let you know when the next chamber stuff is that she could come to and introduce herself. Cool. Raven?
Yeah, I was thinking, I've had a lot of veteran families reaching out about homeless issues, homeless prevention, or needing a place, and not just like shelters and things like that. These are whole families that maybe don't qualify to for a VA loan right yet to purchase a house, maybe getting into a rental. So that's something that I've really been struggling with, and I'm trying to find more resources to connect them to. The wait lists are long, and I know it's kind of a crazy thing, but I just think that if we could kind of get some more people in that arena and see what is available to our families out here in Southwest Riverside County, because it's a huge issue, and it's getting worse.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'm hearing a lot about that as well. So I don't know, are you in contact with the homeless task force that's been convened between the neighboring cities here?
Is it out of Lake Elsinore?
I'm not sure if Lake Elsinore is involved in it, but I know that Temecula, Marietta, Wildemar, and Menifee are participants.
If you could send me the information, that would be great, because I know I had some from before, and just post-COVID, it seems like I'm kind of going in circles.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me connect you with with them and we can see if they have any specific veteran assistance programs as well, or know of them.
That'd be great.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have any ideas or requests for speakers? Sounds good. All right, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule, which is unusual for this meeting. So take the last 15 minutes, finish your lunch. No, just kidding. Thank you guys all for being here. We really appreciate it. And have a good and relaxing Memorial Day weekend. I hope we can all remember why we do Memorial Day, not forget ourselves in the barbecues and the pool parties. So have a great weekend. We will see you next time. And if there's anything in the meantime, please contact me and Patrick, and we'll try to set you on the right path. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Happy Memorial Day. Thank you.
You too. Bye.